I do such intimidating presence.
A place I've never known, a place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes.
Let's your those adventures.
Somewhere that you call home, somewhere you call. Come on in, we've all been waiting. See a people, they're vibrating. Let's it's on no destination, come play. Got my pupils dilated, flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face hurting. Ooh.
We need to fill out some books for the get permit to play Dragon. Man!
I told you bureaucracy was the monster. I brought my lucky pen.
I'm for sure now what is going on. My great ass dragon say to me.
To tell us what we something
Let's stick to the plan, guys. We defeat this bureaucratic beast from every time. And if that doesn't work, we can always move to further.
I hope they accept shiny lots of pale, because that's what we've got.
Right now, we're going to see the dragon with what the fuck is going to one of the adventures.
Stranger things have happened in the world of bureaucracy. Let's get to work. The fate of the village depends on us.
So, how are we going to navigate these treacherous dungeons of bureaucracy to get this dragon?
Tell me where you lost.
Distract.
A place I've never known, a place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes. Somewhere that you call home, somewhere you call. Come on in, we've all been waiting. See a people, they vibrate. Let's it's on no destination, come play. Got my pupils dilated, flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face hurting. Ooh.
To bureaucracy and I.
Maybe it's just a trap, like a monster bumble.
Bad fantasy play.
I know, right? I can believe how she was thinking go on and about his evil plans before the challenge.
But at least he gets his time to strategize. Don't come up with when he comes back, because it's cheese and live.
Let's just hope we survive this dungeon-breaking disaster and the dragon before he puts us all to sleep with his monologue.
Or worse, before he makes us listen to his terrible poetry. Now that would be a fate worse than death.
Can't believe we had to deal with an undisputed because known in this country. What a nightmare!
Tell me about it. These cubes keep losing their way towards us, and those know what to stop our getting there.
At least we're not being attacked by evil clowns, chickens, right?
Don't kids just do it. No, I'd like to wait for us around the next corner.
How about we take our chances with the gelatinous cubes and gnomes? Clowns and chickens sound like a whole level trouble.
Agree, let's stick together out these battles, and maybe give those men time out to come together.
Sounds like a plan. This is up there. I like this minute. Navigating dungeons and dungeons ridiculous obstacles. Let's go.
I love it. Let's show these goblins that we may be misfits, but we're the most fabulous misfits they've ever seen.
Guys, I rolled a critical fail. I think we do.
Don't worry, Boris. I've got lucky dice today. We'll find the snack of holding in no time.
I don't know about this quest. Last time we ended up in a cave full of angry dwarves.
But think about it, oh, if we find a snack of holding, we have an endless supply of snacks wherever we go.
I can already taste the delicious treats. We'll never run out. My tummy is rumbling, just thinking about it.
Fine, let's go on this ridiculous quest. But if we end up in another dungeon, I'm blaming you two.
No worries, Gloom. With those lucky dice and my expert navigation skills, we'll be dining on snacks fit for kings in no time.
What adventures to the snack of holding and beyond.
Can't believe we're stuck in this dungeon with you for fools. Why don't we just have stayed home and play some croquet instead?
Come on, Boris. Where's your sense of adventure? Plus, Lungu can sniff out traps like nobody's business.
Yeah, and I can also sniff out sarcasm, which is about all you two seem to have going for you.
Well, I hope the slippers and top off. We're about to face a room full of women disguised as traffic checks.
That makes rage just what we need. How are we going to get through this mess?
Simple, we let Boris go first, and if he gets eaten, you know it's not safe.
Oh, there's Honey Gloom. You know I'm the best adventurer in Canada.
Yeah, the best at accidentally setting off traps and getting us into more trouble.
Well, at least we'll have a good laugh about it later. Assuming we survive, let's get moving and ready to kick some mimic butt.
All right, lads, we gotta be on our toes in this dungeon. The monsters here are bumbling in.
Just like Lumiere. No offense, mate.
None taken, I've been called worse. But I have, I once outsmarted a troll with the goblins to nail.
Impressive, but let's focus on finding the natural that insane Alcazar better. And better close down.
Let's stay sharp and keep an eye out for any traps or secret passages. Wouldn't want it to end up lost in here forever.
Don't worry, I've got a secret weapon, my trusty pet Rocky Bulbo. You sniff out danger before you even see it coming.
Well, we brought you outside. How can we possibly think? Let's venture forth to the coffin dungeon, one humbling monster at a time.
To the rescue of our favorite town. And maybe we even can pick up a few gold coins along the way. Let's do this, lads.
charge of the map? You've been going in circles for hours.
Sorry, I thought they were just drawing doodles.
At this rate, you'll never find a treasure at the end of this dungeon.
And I heard the men over just once open a bakery, so you imagine him trying to lead you with those giant hands.
Maybe we can trade him some treasure for a lifetime supply of pastries.
I think I'd rather take my chances with the bumbling goblins.
But they keep tripping over each other. We never get past them.
Well, at least we have plenty of entertainment along the way.
Entertainment, more like a comedy of errors.
Hey, at least we'll have a good story to tell once we make it out of here alive.
Assuming we ever do.
I nearly took off my arm.
Well, maybe if we weren't so clumsy, we wouldn't keep running into these traps.
Guys, can we focus? We still need to find the treasure and get out of here before something hits us.
But my arm is sore now.
Or quit whining. Morris, Gloom is right. We need to keep moving. And Gloom, did you stop mumbling to yourself? It's creeping me out.
I can't help it. It's how I cope with stress. And you, Angus, you start singing every time you turn a corner. It's attracting all the monsters.
Guys, we all just get along for once. We in this dungeon together, we might as well try to do it.
Enjoy it, Morris. We're being chased by a giant spider right now.
Just keep running, guys, and maybe we'll bond over this adventure. If we survive,
I can't believe they expect us to navigate this dungeon without bursting into song.
I know, right? It's like they're just begging for children about dodging spike traps.
but we must resist. We have a mission to complete, and I refuse to let a catchy melody distract us.
Fine. What about when we encounter the little room? You know, we're all going to want to break out into a harmonious chorus.
I'll just do mildly to drown out the temptation. No one can resist my off-key singing.
Well, as long as it keeps us focused on the task at hand, I suppose I can tolerate a bit of musical mischief.
All right, team, let's stick together and remember, no matter how tempting it may be, we must resist those to break out into song.
Agreed. Now, let's tackle this dungeon and show those traps and puzzles who's boss.
Worked all your life to be found, your image to stay pure and sound. Now that they tear you apart, falsely accusing you right from the start, sinking in fear of these lies, buried and trying to stay alive, faking truth behind those eyes. It's time to fight, time to rise. Now all the king's horses and all the king's men would trade their own lives for his head. We're bringing down the giants once and for all, 'cause it's
All right, lads, we must tread carefully through this good stuff. Who knows what they're just like hands?
I'm more worried about Gloom's terrible sense of direction. Last time we ended up in a troll's lair instead of the secret passage.
Hey, that wasn't my fault. I was following the map you drew. Angus, it was upside down.
For the love of all things magical, can't even stop Victor for just 1 minute. We have to focus if we want to survive.
Sorry, Boris. I just can't help but worry about Gloom getting us lost again.
Don't worry, Angus, I found a new map online that promises to let us straight to the treasure chamber.
Oh, great, I can already feel the impending doom. But let's hope for the best. Well, to the treasure and hopefully back out in one piece.
But let's not forget the snacks this time. Can't adventure on an empty stomach.
I'll make sure to pack some extra rations, just in case we get lost again.
Oh, therefore, spirits give me strength. Oh, great, and the dramatic monster blocking our path. What's your deal this time, almighty beast?
Probably going to recite some Shakespearean soliloquy about war, worthy to pass, or something equally over the top.
I just hope it doesn't break into song and dance this time. Last thing we need is a musical number stopping us from completing this dungeon.
Agreed? Let's just get this over with. Hey, Monster, can we just pass through without all the theatrics? We've got places to be and treasures to steal.
And dungeons to explore. Can't forget that part.
And traps to avoid. Speaking of which, watch out for that suspicious looking rug. It's probably going to come alive and try to eat us or something.
Great, just what we need. Another sarcastic trap. Could catch a break in this dungeon.
Well, let's show them who's boss. Who's ready to face these overly dramatic monsters and sarcastic traps head on.
I guess it's better than a boring old plain dungeon. Right, let's do this.
So, anyone remember where we put the permit? They expired yesterday.
I think Gloom was in charge of that. Gloom, where did you leave them?
I used them as kindling for the fire last night.
You what? That we have to navigate the treacherous dungeons of bureaucracy to get no what?
Great. We'll probably have to go through 120.
I'll bring snacks. It's gonna be a long journey through the paperwork labyrinth.
At least we have each other. And our questionable decision-making skills.
Here's to another adventure in bureaucratic hell. Cheers.
Cheers to that. Let's hope we make it out alive. Or with permits, at least.
So let me get this straight. We have to find a sword called the Sword and Snuggles in a dungeon filled with talking animals.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. But don't let the cute animals fool you. They can be quite vicious.
Great, just what we need. Killer bunnies and sassy squirrels.
Well, at least we have each other's backs. And if things get hairy, we can always retreat and regroup.
True, but let's try to running into any traps. I heard there are some pretty nasty ones in this dungeon.
Oh, fantastic. Enchanted traps. Just what I always wanted.
All right, team. Let's stick together, stay. Try not to get distracted by the adorable creatures. We got a soulless sluggers. Fine. Let's stick together, Stella.
I never thought I'd be risking my life.
Well, just think that it's a coming weapon of destruction. Let's go, boys.
Hey, watch out for that trap, Angus. We don't need another one of your clumsy mishaps.
Like you're any better. Boris, remember when you set off that fire trap and singed my hair off?
Guys, can we focus on the fact that there's a giant spider coming towards us right now?
Oh, great. Now we have to deal with your Hoggy. Gloom, can't you just push it with your giant map?
Yeah, Loom could be such a scaredy cat and help us take down this monstrosity.
Fine, but only if you to promise to stop bickering like an old married couple and have a dungeon to survive. Remember.
Fine, deal. Now let's show the spider who falls.
Yeah, take that, leg liquor. Who's the real monster now?
You guys are impossible, but hey, at least we make a great comedy trio, right?
All right, lads, we gotta be careful in this dungeon. I heard these goblins are big. Dramatic.
Dramatic goblins. What does that even mean? Do they break out into song and dance when we defeat them?
I wouldn't put it past them. I once encountered a goblin who insisted on reciting poetry before attacking. It was quite the spectacle.
Well, at least we have each other to keep our spirits up. Hey, maybe we even find some treasure along the way.
Speaking of treasure, I heard there's a limit chest at the end of this dungeon. Apparently, it's quite the talker. Anyone up for a chat with a sarcastic piece of furniture?
Oh, Drew, just what we need. A chest that's probably more witty than all of us combined. This should be interesting.
Well, let's not dilly-dally then. On with my dramatic goblin Fiora friends. Adventure waits.
And I'll please some treasure too. Preferably without any more poetry recitals.
Oh no, Angus, what have we done? We've unleashed the Horn of Mischief, goblin.
I told you we shouldn't have touched that shiny gemstone. Now look at them. We can have a all over the place.
Well, at least they seem to be having fun. Look at them swinging from the chandeliers and painting the walls with glitter.
They're causing chaos. We need to find a way to round them up before they do even more damage.
I've got an idea. Let's lure them into a trap with some shiny trinkets and lock them away in the dungeon.
Good plan, and maybe they'll even leave us some of their ultimate treasures if they're beautiful cleaning up their mess.
Let's do it, but next time, let's stick to the plan, not get distracted by shiny objects. Watch out for the trap, Angus. Don't want to lose another foot.
Don't worry, Boris. I've got it under control. Unlike some people, I actually pay attention to my surroundings.
Hey, isn't that just because I tripped over at least? It doesn't mean I'm not contributing.
Contributing, you nearly got us all killed with your bumbling yesterday. Remember when you accidentally cast a fireball on that troll?
Hey, that troll was asking for it, so I was sorry, didn't I?
Guys, we focus on the task at hand. We're in a dungeon, surrounded by monsters. We need to work together to get out of here in one piece.
Fine, fine, and if anyone messes up again, I swear of this adventure, right?
Yeah, we get it. Now let's keep moving before something else goes wrong. Like Angus' terrible sense of direction.
Hail, heard that. Let's just stick together and try not to die. Okay, team dysfunction. Assemble.
So, Angus, you are our fearless leader on this quest to take down the Dragon Seal.
Indeed I am, Boris. But must tread carefully through the waters of office politics and their disputes if we are to succeed.
Office politics, of disputes. I didn't sign up for this. Can't slay the dragon and call it a day.
Well, Bloom, only if we're that simple. The Dragon Seal's cunning and manipulating. We must outsmart him in the boardroom before we can face him in battle.
Exactly. We need a solid strategy and impeccable teamwork if we are to emerge victorious. And remember, no matter how tough things get, we must never lose sight of our goal to orbit the Dragon Seal, restore peace to the Kingdom of Cubicles.
Well, then, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. The fate of the Officer's realm rests in our hands.
To battle, my friends! And may the coffee in the break room be ever in our favor. Watch out for the trap, Angus! There's a giant banana peel!
Thanks for the heads up, Boris. I'll be sure to tiptoe around it.
I wouldn't worry too much about the traps. They seem to be as clumsy as the monsters guarding this dungeon.
You're right, Bloom. Just so a monster trip over its own tent trying to chase us.
And did you see that giant spider trying to knit a sweater before attacking us? I think he needs a crafting class more than combat training.
Well, at least we're getting some entertainment out of this dungeon crawl. Let's keep moving. The legendary treasure must be close.
Good idea, Bloom! I can't wait to see what kind of ridiculous challenges await us next. Maybe a pillow fight with a dragon.
Now that's a treasure worth fighting for.
I can't believe we have to deal with dragon paws in there.
Yeah, and they're always trying to get a scoop, a latest treasure hoard.
I just want to slay dragons, not pose for selfies with them.
At least we get front row seats there at corporate events.
I heard they have flamethrowers instead of cameras. Talk about hot gossip.
I don't know what's worse, dodging fireballs or dodging the tablets.
Just think of the headlines. Adventures causing dragon scandal.
I hope they at least Photoshop out my double chin.
I'm just waiting for the day they ask for my autograph instead of my death certificate.
Well, at least we have some legendary stories to tell after this adventure.
Yeah, but I'd rather have a dragon fight than a dragon fought short any day.
Let's stick to slaying monsters, not striking poses.
So, how are we going to tackle this dragon problem?
Well, we could try to reason with it. Maybe it just needs a friend.
Or we could challenge it to a game of rock, paper, scissors. Dragons are suckers for games, right?
I have a better idea. Let's dress up as magic item salesmen and try to sell a random junk. It'll be so confusing it'll forget to refine.
That might just work, plus we'll get rid of all the useless loot we've been carrying around.
We'll show that dragon who's boss, and who knows, maybe we'll come out of this mess with a new business venture.
To the dragon's lair we go on with our wits in a sack full of trinkets. Let's do this team misfit.
I can already picture the look on that dragon's face when we offer it. A magic potion that turns everything it touches into glitter. Priceless.
Why are these goblins so annoying, you kid? I can't even swing my sword without them offering me a cup of tea.
I know, and that dragon keeps following us around like a lost puppy. It's like we're in some twisted fairy tale version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, do you think that dragon would be willing to be our mascot? We could call ourselves the Misfit Adventurers, Nelosic Dragon.
I think we have bigger problems to worry about than our group name. Alone like the fact that every time we try to escape this dungeon, the goblins pop out of nowhere to offer us snacks.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to warm up with these goblins. Maybe you should give peace a chance and try to negotiate our way out of here.
You're getting soft, Angus, but I have to admit, the idea of a dungeon full of friendly goblins and a low-struck dragon does have its charms. Maybe he should stick around for a bit longer.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna become permanent residents of the Goblin Kingdom. I can see it now, Misfit Adventures and their merry banded goblins. Watch out for that gelatinous cube. It's like
I've fought bigger blobs in my sleep. This one doesn't stand a chance.
Don't be so cocky, Angus. These cubes have a nasty acid that can dissolve your armor in seconds.
Let's focus on getting through this dungeon in one piece. We can argue about who's the bravest later.
I think we should team up with the goblins. They seem to know their way around here.
Oh, are you crazy? Those goblins are nothing but trouble. They'll backstab us the first chance they get.
I'm thinking it might be onto something. It's always good to have allies in a place like this.
See, even Gloom agrees with me. Let's go make friends with those bickering goblins.
Fine, but if they betray us and blaming both of you,
All right, lads, we need to be on those in this dungeon. Trapped around every corner, puzzles to unravel. And oh, did I mention the talking gelatinous cube with a terrible edit?
Talking gelatinous cube. That's a new one. What's it like, Boris?
probably all wobbly and gooey with a snarky attitude to boot. Just how long?
He's got real chip on his still at the shoulder. Just to stay clear as we can.
I'll just stick to smashing things with my trusting mace, once every time.
I like my dark magic to outsmart any traps or puzzles in our way. We make quite the ragtag team, don't we?
Indeed we do. Now let's show this dungeon what we made. Maybe find a way to get that cube light up a bit. Who knows, maybe we'll all become besties by the end of this adventure.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that one, boys. But hey, at least we'll have a good story to tell once we make it out of here in one piece.
So we venturing into Dungeon Mall to snag that dissect.
Yeah, it's our only chance to defeat the dreaded Dungeon Master in hell.
I'm not keen on traipsing through mazes of clothing racks and food courts.
Oh, come on, bloom, it'll be at the quest for loot and lore.
Plus, we could use some new gear to spice up our campaigns. Those limited edition dice are gonna give us that extra edge.
I guess you're right, but I swear if we run into any level 50 Karens or of the aggressive more security guards, I'm out.
Don't worry, we'll stick together and use our skills to conquer any obstacle that comes up. Let's do this adventure.
To the dissection and beyond.
I can't believe I'm risking my life for a set of sparkly dice. You guys are me big time.
Don't worry, Bloom. When we emerge victorious with those dice in hand, we'll be hailed as heroes in the gaming world.
And be rolling crits all night long.
Hey, Angus, watch out for that trap. Looks like it's ready to spring at any moment.
Don't worry, Boris. Got this. I've been dodging traps since I was knee-high to grasshopper.
Well, I hope you remember to dodge them better than you remember to be Wartan, Angus.
Hey, we focus here. We have a dungeon full of bumbling goblins, overly dramatic traps to navigate. We can't be distracted by personal vendettas.
Hold on, Boris. Where's the fun in a dungeon crawl without a little banter? Besides, Bloom knows I always make good on my tabs. Eventually.
I guess we'll just have to trust you on that one, Angus. But let's try to focus on getting through this dungeon in one piece. I don't fancy becoming a goblin's dinner tonight.
You read? Let's stick together and watch each other's backs. And maybe we can avoid all the drama and traps along the way.
Or we can just keep bickering and hope the goblins get so new they forget to attack us. Either way, it's gonna be a wild ride, my friends.
Oh, Jay, I can hardly contain my excitement.
Gather round, my fellow adventurers, till we face our graceful yet the dragon.
A dragon? Is that the one with the fiery breath that gives you performance reviews?
Yes, and beware its toxic nails that can drain you of all motivation.
We must use our unique skills to navigate the treacherous world of office politics. Angus, your charm will be crucial in negotiating with the middle manager.
I'll sweet talk them all.
And Boris, your coding expertise will help us decipher the ancient spreadsheets of wisdom.
I will hack through the bureaucracy with my trusted keyboard. Together, we will defeat the dragon and secure our place as legends in the company handbook.
Or, my friends, to the conference room of destiny.
Let's hope there's coffee on the way. I can face the third dragon with that caffeine.
Oh, I can't believe our dungeon permits have expired. Now we have to deal with all this bureaucratic nonsense.
I know, right? Who knew navigating paperwork could be more treacherous?
I never should have let you guys handle the permits. I should have known chaos would ensue.
Hey, we adventurers, not office clerks. This is way beyond our expertise.
Well, looks like we'll have to use our charm to get this bureaucratic nightmare.
Or we could just bribe the permit office with some gold. That usually speeds things up.
That's not very lawful, Bloom.
Who cares about lawful when we're facing the dreaded dungeon permit renewal committee?
Fine, let's do this the right way then. But if things get too complicated, I'm breaking out the gold.
So, how are we going to handle this whole dragon situation, guys?
Well, I say we challenge it to Game of Office trivia. Dragons love showing off their knowledge.
Or we could recruit it to be our office manager. Dragons are great at delegating tasks, right?
I don't know. Dragons are pretty tricky negotiators. We might be better off trying to bribe it with some of the stats.
Good idea. Only defeating a dragon would involve so much office diplomacy.
I just hope we don't end up on the wrong side of the dragon's performance review. I hear they can be pretty harsh.
Well, one thing's for sure. This dragon won't know what hit it when we unleash our superior teamwork and office survival skills.
That's the spirit. Let's show this dragon.
And maybe we'll finally get that promotion we've been aiming for. Dragon Slayers turned office heroes will come.
All All right, the dungeon master says we'll come across a room filled with treasure. I'll take the gold. You guys can have the gems.
Wait, will you get all the gold?
Because Boris has a gambling problem, remember? He's near share of his winnings from the last tavern game.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fund our next adventure. Besides, you guys get to keep the magical item.
Fine, as long as that ring of invisibility. I could really use it to sneak past some of these traps the dungeon master keeps throwing at us.
And I could use it to sneak past some of Boris's bad decisions.
Hey, I resent that. My decisions may not always be the best, but they always lead to good story.
That's one way to look at it, I guess. Just try not to get us killed before we find the dragon sword.
Boris, no war charging into battle without a plan. Leave that to the dungeon master.
I'll try to rein it in, but if we do that, can we at least get a decent burial? I hate to end up as one of those tragic backstories the dungeon master loves so much. Watch out, that just looks suspicious.
I've got this. I'll open it up for us.
Wait, maybe we should be more cautious. Remember the last minute trap.
Yeah, to get him trapped in his mouth for us.
But this one looks different. Look at its cute little handle.
I don't trust it. Let me cast detect magic first.
Fine, make it quick. I'm getting hungry and mimics don't make for a very tasty meal.
Look, it's glowing with magical energy.
That settles it. Definitely a mimic. Let's go find another way around.
Reed, I'd rather not become a snack for an over the treasure chest.
Well, was worth a shot. Or my brave companions to find our way out. This dungeon of mischievous mimics.
Why did we agree to do this again?
Because we've broken board. Remember.
Can we just get through this dungeon already? I have a feeling these traps are going to be the end of us.
And don't even get me started on those dramatics. What will me? My precious golden goose has been taken by a dragon. Like, seriously.
I know, right? They act like their lives at the center of the universe. Lady, we'll get your stupid goose back.
Ouch, can this dungeon get any more annoying?
Probably not. But hey, at least we're having fun, right?
Yeah, you consider narrowly avoiding that fun.
I guess it's all part of the adventure. Let's just hope we make it out of here in one piece.
Oh, why did goblins causing such a ruckus in the town? Can't they see we trying to enjoy our pints in peace?
They're more interested in causing chaos than ordering a round of drinks. I say we teach them a lesson they won't forget.
But lads, we can't just go around bashing goblin heads in. We need to find a diplomatic solution to this problem.
Diplomatic solution. I say we show them who's boss and scare them out of here with our mighty sword. Shield.
Or we could challenge it in a drinking contest. Whoever passes out first has to leave the tavern for good.
Yes, the classic goblin drinking game. That should settle things peacefully. Let's see if these unruly creatures can handle their as well as we can.
Although we accidentally summoned a bunch of bubbling goblins to help us. This is going to be a disaster.
Well, maybe they'll surprise us and actually be helpful. You never know.
Yeah, and maybe pigs will fly and hell will freeze over. These goblins couldn't find their way out of the paper bag, let alone help us in a dungeon.
I have a bad feeling about this. They're already arguing amongst themselves about who gets to carry the shiny rocks they find. This is going to be a long quest.
At least it'll be entertaining. Watching them trip over their own feet and accidentally set off traps will be worth the trouble.
If we survive this, I'm definitely writing a ballad about the shenanigans of the goblin helpers. It'll be hit in the taverns.
Well, let's brace ourselves for the chaos ahead. Who knows, maybe we've come out of this with a few good legs and a handful of treasure.
Oh, so. But I'm not holding my breath. Those goblins look like they're one step away from causing a cave-in.
I can't believe we had to go through all this just to renew our guild membership.
I know, right? It's like navigating a dungeon filled with paperwork and red tape.
At least in a dungeon, we could just fight our way through here. We have to fill out forms and wait in line.
Don't even get me started on the bureaucratic goblins they have working here. They're worse than any monster I've ever faced.
I heard they even have a troll that guards the office supplies. I saw him hoarding all the pens last time.
Well, I guess we better gear up for this adventure. I grabbed my pen and my sword, never know which one will come in handy.
And I'll bring my trusty shield just in case we have to fend off the aggressive bureaucrats.
Alright, team, let's do this. Together, we can conquer the dungeons of bureaucracy and emerge victorious with our guild memberships renewed.
Watch out for the trapdoor, Angus! You almost fell in!
I know, Boris. I was just looking at Gloam's ridiculous hat and got distracted.
Hey, my hat is a fashion statement. It's meant to strike fear into the hearts of monsters.
Well, it's definitely doing the trick. Look, here comes the slime monster now!
Great. Gloam's hat has attracted the attention of the monsters. Thanks a lot, Gloam.
Hey, I can't help it if my fashion sense is killer. Now, let's focus on defeating this slime monster together.
Agree? Let's use teamwork and our individual course to navigate through this dungeon. And maybe next time, Bloom leave the hat at home.
Definitely. And Boris, stop tripping over your own feet. You need all the help we can get in here.
All right, let's do this, and maybe afterwards, we can all go hat shopping together.
All right, lads, we need to figure out how to get this building permit for our attack. And the idea is...
Well, we could try bribing the permit guy with gold coins. That always seems to work in these kinds of situations.
Please, bureaucracy is like a labyrinth that only a skilled adventurer can navigate. We need to fill out form after form, jump through hoops, and probably battle a few bureaucrats along the way.
Bloom, that sounds like a question itself. But I think this might be onto something with the gold coins. What do you think?
I say we give it a shot. Can't hurt to try. Like, plus, I've got a bag full of shiny gold coins just waiting to be used.
Fine, let's give it a go, but if this doesn't work, I'm going to leech my paperwork to destroying spell on the entire building department.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, Bloom. All right, let's gather our gold coins and head to the permit office. Advance your wits! Why do we always end up in these ridiculous situations?
I don't know, Boris. Maybe it's because we have Gloom with us.
Hey, that. I may be a bit gloomy, but I'm essential to this team.
Yeah, essential for attracting all the gelatinous cubes with your negative energy.
Don't forget about the goblins. They seem to think you're one of them. Gloom.
Well, very funny, but at least I'm not the one who always ends up getting us into trouble with my clumsy use of swinging Boris.
How did you know that my sword skills are top notch? It's just these pesky goblins with gelatinous cubes always getting in the way.
Well, let's focus on getting through this dungeon in one piece before we start pointing fingers. We've got a long way to go before we use the treasure at the end.
Reed, maybe next time we'll leave room behind so we can actually make it out alive.
Hey, I heard that just for that. I'm leading the way from now on.
Oh great, this dungeon just got a whole lot gloomier.
So, how do we even begin to navigate this bureaucratic dungeon?
I think we need to start by finding the Office of Permits and Licenses, if it even exists.
Knowing our luck, it's probably hidden behind a maze of red tape and crumpled paperwork.
Well, at least we have Blue with us. He's used to navigating through darkness in despair.
Yeah, but dealing with government officials might be a whole new level of darkness.
I'm not worried. I have a talent for blending in and going unnoticed. They won't even know we're there.
Let's hope they don't see through your invisibility cloak. Otherwise, we might end up in a bureaucratic nightmare.
I can just imagine us trying to explain to the dragon that we couldn't slay him because we got lost in the paperwork.
Well, at least we'll have a good story to tell at the tavern afterwards, assuming we ever make it out of here.
Let's stick together, stay focused, and not to get distracted by tiny objects along the way. We can do this, guys.
If we survive this bureaucratic mess, then slaying the dragon will be a piece of the cake. I hope.
Can't believe I rolled a critical fan on that trap again. I swear this dungeon hates me.
At least you didn't accidentally cast Fireball on the party like Blue did last week.
Hey, my defense. I thought the goblins were going to attack us.
That's exactly the problem. You always jump to magic first and ask questions later.
Speaking of questions, who stole my bag of holding filled with gold pieces last night?
It wasn't me, I swear on my grading.
Well, it definitely wasn't me. My pockets are filled with lint and regrets.
I have a feeling we may never solve this mystery. Just another day in the life of the world's luckiest adventures.
Hey, at least we have each other and our questionable decision-making skills.
Here's to another day of chaos and confusion in the world of DD.
To adventure in history. All right, team, listen up. We need to figure out a way to outsmart that devious manager and save our jobs.
I suggest we approach her with a peace offering. Perhaps a box of donuts.
Donuts won't save us now, August. We need a more strategic plan. Maybe we can distract her with a fake fire drill and sneak into her office.
I like where you're going with that, Blue. But we also need to watch out for the sneaky office gossip cat. She's always looking around, ready to spill our secrets to her.
Or she's the worst, always spreading rumors and stirring up drama. Maybe we can recruit her to join our cause against her.
Or we could just dress up as clowns and perform a silly skit to distract everyone while we make our move.
I think we're onto something here. Let's put our misfit adventure skills to the test and defeat the evil of manager once and for all. Hey, Angus, you seen Blue. We need to get moving in this dungeon.
I think she's still sulking in the corner because someone stole her magic potion.
It was Boris. He took it and said it was payment for saving his soul behind last time.
Come on, just a little sip. I needed to slay that giant style.
Well, maybe if we weren't always rushing in without thinking, wouldn't need so many potions.
Yeah, Boris, learn some strategy for once.
Hey, I'm a barbarian. Strategist for wizards and rogues.
And here we are, stuck in this dungeon with a barbarian.
And a rogue who keeps trying to pickpocket the skeletons.
Hey, you never know when they might be hiding some gold.
I swear, we're never going to make it this dungeon in one piece with you two idiots.
But at least we're overlapping. Right.
So how are we going to approach this town council meeting and fight off these goblins at the same time?
Maybe you can distract the goblins by throwing some of the council members at them.
that might actually work, considering how awry some of these council members can be.
I can just imagine it now. I remember flying through the air in an object right before they crash into a goblin.
We should probably warn the council members beforehand that they might be used as projectiles.
Or we could just let them figure it out for themselves. This will be a fun surprise.
In a way, I think we're in for one heck of a council meeting.
And if the goblins don't get us, the council members probably will.
Oh, the joys of getting to really small towns.
Watch out for the trap, Angus. You almost stepped on it.
I knew that. I was just testing you guys.
Testing us, more like testing our patience with your clumsiness.
Right, we need to focus. We're in a dungeon filled with monsters, and who knows with us?
Yeah, I know. But can we just take a moment to address the elephant in the room? Gloom, why are you all so gloomy?
I'm not gloomy, I'm just realistic. You guys always getting us into trouble with your reckless behavior.
Hey, we've made it this far, haven't we? And besides, it makes for a more exciting adventure.
True. But can we at least agree to work together? Watch each other's backs.
Fine, as long as Angus stops triggering every trap in sight.
Deal. Norris, maybe try not to talk so much. Your loudness is attracting unwanted attention.
Got it. Now let's keep moving before we become someone's dinner. Hold up, is that a goblin over there?
Looks like it. But wait, why is it painting its toenails instead of attacking us?
Maybe it's date night for the monsters in this dungeon. They seem more interested in their love lives than fighting.
Well, it explains why that troll was flirting with me earlier. I thought it just had something stuck in his teeth.
I swear, these monsters are more concerned with who's swiping right, untended than trying to kill us.
I guess we can use this to our advantage. Let's distract them with relationship advice while we sneak past.
Good idea. I'll tell her about the benefits of a romantic picnic. That should keep you busy while we find the treasure.
And I'll chat up the vampire about the best dating apps. Maybe we can even get some insider information on where the loot is hidden.
You mean monsters could be so easily distracted by it with themselves. We might just make it out of this dungeon without a scratch.
Another trap? Who keeps designing these things?
I think the goblins are having a laugh at our expense. They must be watching us from somewhere.
Maybe they just have a weird sense of humor. At least we haven't encountered any love triangles yet.
Then let's hope it stays that way. The last thing we need is drama while we're trying to escape this dungeon.
I heard the bard has been casting those spells on both the rogue and the wizard. It's like a twisted love triangle in the making.
Oh boy, that's just what we need, a love triangle to our problems.
Maybe we can lure the goblins into the love triangle drama and distract them while we make our escape.
I like the way you think, Boris. Let's use our mischievous nature against them.
Well, if it doesn't work, we can always rely on my stealth skills to sneak past them, and maybe avoid any awkward love triangle confrontations along the way.
So, Angus, any idea how we're supposed to navigate this dungeon of paperwork and office politics?
Boris, I said we tried to charm our way through by buttering up the highgirls with compliments and fake smiles.
I think I'll stick to my usual strategy of lurking in the shadows and solidly judging everyone's incompetence from afar.
Good plan, Blue. And I'll use my brute strength to muscle through. Because now, wait. Together we save this company from bankruptcy.
I just hope we don't get lost in the maze of bureaucracy and their policies. It's a real nightmare in here.
Agreed, but hey, at least we had each other for company in this corporate hellscape. Now let's go show those paperwork monsters who's boss.
All right, lads, we need to renew our questing permits before we can embark on another adventure.
I gotta have you seen the paperwork we have to fill out. It's like navigating a maze in this dungeon of bureaucracy.
I tried to fill out the forms, but I ended up getting lost in a sea of red tape. I think I saw Goblin wielding a stapler in there somewhere.
Well, we can't let a few rules off of supplies stop us from saving the kingdom. We must press on and conquer this bureaucratic dungeon.
Agreed. I'll grab my pen and shield. You bring the snacks, and Boris, you led the way with your sorted paperwork destruction.
Brave adventurers, let's show this dungeon of bureaucracy who's boss.
Watch out for the trap, it looks deadly.
Don't worry, I have this under control.
Famous last words, Angus.
I feel like we're in a bad fantasy novel.
Hey, at least we're getting some good cardio in.
Y'all, all this running from sarcastic goblins is really working up a sweat.
Maybe we should start Dungeon Fitness class. Get those goblins in shape.
I can see now, Goblin Botan. Get fitter, get snarked at.
We're definitely the weirdest and touring party in all the land.
But hey, at least we're having fun.
And making unforgettable memories.
Yeah, memories of narrowly escaping death at the hands of goblins with sass.
Life of an adventure. Never a dull moment.
And never a shortage of sarcastic comments from goblins.
So, we have to retrieve the Cheese of Destiny from a dungeon. This sounds going to be interesting.
Cheese puns already. Really, Boris? Let's just focus on not getting squished by giant ruling wheels of cheddar.
I think we should be more concerned about the giant mass guarding the cheese. It looks fierce.
Don't worry, I have a plan. We distract the mouse with some Swiss cheese and make a run for it.
Brilliant idea, Boris. But what if the cheese attracts even more monsters?
Then we'll have a cheesy party, at least with a full stomach.
Let's do this, team, for the cheese of destiny.
Then may the feta be with us.
I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll make an exception for legendary cheese.
So we need a permit to slay the dragon. Sounds like bureaucracy is the real monster.
Tell me about it. I once had to fill out 30 forms in triplicate just to get a fishing license. Can't imagine what we'll have to do for this.
I have a feeling this won't be easy. The dungeons of bureaucracy are dark, filled with endless paperwork, traps, and red tape.
But at least we have each other. Together, it's other thing. Even the dreaded from 20 CM. Sad.
From 27, 6. That's the one that asks for your mother's maiden name, blood type, and favorite color. Right, why do they need all? Got to kill a dragon.
Who knows, maybe the dragon's been filling out paperwork too. We wouldn't want to slay it illegally. After all,
Well, if we can survive the dungeons of bureaucracy, I think we'll be more than prepared to face the dragon. Let's do this, team.
To the permit office we go. Onward to victory and hopefully not too much paperwork induce insanity.
Where's this dungeon left? Interesting. Anyone know what we're up against?
I heard there's a giant slime that just wants hugs. How bad could that be?
knowing our luck, it probably has a third for Taze or something.
Right, well, let's stick together, keep our wits about us. We'll be fine.
Of course, and hey, at least we have each other to keep us entertained.
Yeah, because battling eccentric monsters, dodging traps is just a walk in the park. Great idea, Boris.
Hey, it's all part of the adventure. And who knows, maybe we even come out of this dungeon with some new inside jokes.
With some scars, but hey, it's best bonding, right?
I'm starting to question the sanity of this group.
But late for that, girl. We're in this together now. Let's go, adventure your ways. Watch your step, Angus. These goblins are crafty little devils.
I'll watch my step, Boris. But what about those traps over there? They look overly dramatic.
Oh, don't worry, Angus. I brought my trusty rope and grappling hook. We'll navigate through these traps with ease.
You and your grappling hook loom. I swear it's like you think you're some sort of dungeon superhero.
Well, we could certainly use a hero right about now. These goblins seem to be multiplying like rabbits.
No need to fear, my friends. With my cunning intellect and Boris' brute strength, we shall conquer this dungeon in no time.
Cunning intellect? I think you mean the luck loom. But hey, whatever works.
All right, let's get moving. Those goblins won't defeat themselves.
Onward, my bumbling adventurers, to victory, and hopefully not too much humiliation on the way.
Watch out for the trap, Angus. Loom, why didn't you want us?
Oh, sorry. I was too busy trying to summon a fireball to light the way.
A fireball in a dungeon filled with explosives. Are you trying to get us killed?
Loom, you're supposed to be our sis, but you're acting more like a liability.
But I thought magic was supposed to make everything easier.
You see, it's not dangerous. We need to rely on our wits and teamwork to survive damage. Make your half-baked stance.
Let's focus on getting out of here in one piece. Okay. Bloom to casting like spells from now. Got it?
Got it. No more fireballs in dungeons, unless it's absolutely necessary.
No Bloom, no fireballs. Just stick to the basics and we'll be fine.
Maybe leave the spell book at home next time.
Good idea. I'll bring my lucky rabbit's foot instead.
I swear every step we take in this dungeon feels like a death trap waiting to happen.
Tell me about it. Almost lost mine to that swinging pendulum back there.
At least we're finally getting closer to figuring out the store hours.
Yeah, well, I have my suspicions about you, Bloom. You've always been a little too sticky for I like it.
Now, let's not turn on each other. We need to stick together if we're going to make it out of here alive.
Fine, let's just focus on getting out of this dungeon in one piece and maybe finding out along the way.
Read the mark my words, think we'll get away with it for long. We'll find them and make them pay.
Maybe we'll just stumble upon our loop by accident. You never know without luck.
Navigating these bureaucratic dungeons is worse than fighting off a dragon.
Tell me about it. I had to fill out 10 different forms just to get a permit to slay some goblins.
At least you guys have a permit. I tried to get one to use magic in public, and they told me I needed to provide proof of my weird degree.
Seriously, I was supposed to defeat the Dark Sorcerer. We can't even get through paperwork.
I heard there's a secret shortcut through the head department. We just need to find the right password.
Or we could trick the receptionist into giving us the permits. I've got a 10 charisma bonus, so I'm sure I could pull it off.
Well, if all else fails, we can always resort to plan B. Just storm the castle, or we leave by force.
That's the spirit who needs permits. When you have Lord Baron like Boris on your team.
I just hope we don't end up in bureaucratic jail for this.
All right, please, let's try not to trip over each other this time.
Easy for you to say. Boris, you've got those giant feet to keep you steady.
And here I thought we were going for the stealthy approach, with Boris clanking around like a suit of armor. We'll be lucky to sneak up on a sleeping rat.
Hey, Mom, a reflection of my recent battle.
Or lack thereof.
Can we focus, please? We have a dungeon to navigate, and I don't want to be stuck in here with you two arguing for eternity.
Fine, let's stick together and watch each other's backs. And maybe stop bickering for once.
We may not always get along, but we make one heck of a team when we put our differences aside.
I'll believe it when I see it. Now, let's move before I change my mind about joining this dysfunctional group of misfits.
So, Angus, how's your quest for love going in this modern fantasy world?
Oh, you know, just battling dragons on dating apps and trying to dodge the trolls in real life.
I tried casting a love spell, but all I got was a date with a literal ogre.
At least you're getting out there. I'm still stuck in the friend zone with that elusive unicorn.
Maybe you should try a different approach. Maybe try being yourself instead of pretending to be a dashing knight.
Yeah, being authentic is important. I mean, look at me. I embraced my dark side, and now I have a date with a necromancer this weekend.
Well, I guess it's time for me to level up my dating game. Maybe I'll finally slay the dragon and find my princess.
Just remember, it's dangerous out there, so watch out for those mimics disguised as potential partners.
I'll always carry a healing potion for those awkward moments. Good luck, adventurers.
Oh, this dungeon is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I can't believe we're risking our list for some shiny trinket.
Come on, boys. Think of the glory and riches that await us once we retrieve the artifact. Plus, it's not like you have anything better to do.
Well, I for one am just excited to finally put my skills to the test. It's about time someone recognized my talent for sneaking around in the shadows.
Good luck with that, Bloom. I'm more worried about these goblins popping out at any moment. They look as clumsy as me after a night of tag.
And don't forget about those dramatic traps. I swear, one false move and we skewer it.
Oh please, those traps are so over the top. I'm surprised they haven't burst in song and dance numbers yet.
Well, if they can start singing, I hope they at least have a catchy tune. Might make it more bearable.
Only one way to find out. Let's keep moving. Adventurous, the artifact awaits.
I can't believe Bloom tried to make a potion using organic candy.
Yeah, and then she had the nerve to ask us to test it.
Hey, it's important to use all natural ingredients for our potions. You never know what kind of chemicals are in those store-bought herbs.
I think I'll stick to the traditional potions made without Bloom coming back. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm just glad we didn't have to face any monsters after drinking that kale concoction. Would have been weak to fight them off.
You guys just don't appreciate the benefits of a healthy, organic lifestyle. Maybe I'll make you a potion with some free-range chicken feathers next time.
No thanks, Bloom. I think we'll pass on that one. Oh, these traps are the worst. Why can't we have a nice, easy dungeon for once?
I know, right? And top it off, here comes the smart chicks from the rival party.
Great, just what we need. The perfect paladins always showing off.
I bet they have a map of this place. How else could they be so far ahead of us?
Maybe they have a secret weapon, like, I don't know, enchanted socks that make them immune to traps.
Or maybe they're just really good at this. Either way, we need to step up our game if we want to beat them to the treasure.
Lee, let's focus, work together, and show those perfect paladins that we're not just a group of misfits. We're a group of misfits who can't kick butt.
Yeah, maybe we can steal their socks while we're out.
I like the way you think. Angus, let's do this.
I can't believe we're stuck in this creepy castle with you to cut the head.
Hey, at least we're together on this adventure, and you never know, we might find some cool treasure.
Treasure. I just hope we make it out of here, right? And Boris, stop hogging all the torches.
Sorry, I need to see where I'm going. I can rely on you to clumsy host.
Hair may be clumsy, but at least I'm not as gloomy as gloom over here.
Oh, should it? Angus, we need to focus if we want to survive this dungeon. Boris, stop picking your nose.
I wasn't picking my nose, I was just scratching it. And Bloom, stop being such a bullshit. Let's have some fun on this adventure.
Yeah, let's make the best of this situation. Who knows? Maybe we'll find some treasure and learn to get along.
I highly doubt that, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. Just don't expect me to be the life of the party.
Why are we always getting ourselves into these ridiculous situations?
I blame gloom.
Hey, it's not my fault that the dungeon is filled with overly dramatic traps and puzzles. I just wanted to find some treasure.
Treasure or not, we always end up arguing and getting on each other's nerves.
Well, maybe if you stopped stepping on every pressure plate you see, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Guys, can we please focus on getting out of here, like, before we start bickering again?
I'm not helping if we run into any more singing statues.
I'll take care of the statues, but Gloom better not complain about any more riddles.
Deal, let's just stick together and try not to trigger any more unnecessary drama. Okay,
Agreed. Let's just get out of here and never speak of this dungeon again.
Agreed. And next time you pick the adventure, maybe think about the consequences first.
Hey, I found this awesome enchanted sword in the dungeon. It's rightfully mine.
No way, Horus. I saw it first. I'm the warrior here. It should be mine.
guys, calm down. We need to focus on defeating the evil sorcerer, not fighting over a stupid sword.
But it's a magical sword. It could help us defeat the sorcerer faster.
I don't care about defeating the sorcerer. I want that sword.
Oh, for the love of fine. How about we take turns using the sword? Horus can have it first. Then it goes, then me.
Deal. But I get to keep it after we defeat the sorcerer.
Agreed. Now let's go kick some evil sorcerer, but without a magical sword.
This is going to be a long quest.
Hey, it's no you serious. The tree grabbed the last slice of pizza before me. I'm the one who found this dungeon in the first place.
Well, Morris, maybe if you weren't tripping over your own feet every 5 seconds, we wouldn't be stuck in this mess in the first place.
Honestly, you two are like children. Can we focus on the task at hand? We need to figure out how to get past the giant spider without getting eaten.
I say we distract it with the pizza slice. Work short, right?
For you, Dad, we need a plan that's actually going to work. Let's think this through.
Fine, let's compromise. We'll save the pizza slice for later and focus on getting through this dungeon in one piece. Agreed.
Agreed.
Now let's figure out how to deal with that giant spider. Any ideas?
How about we offer the slice of pizza?
Oh, for the love of... Let's just sneak past it and get out of here. I can't believe I'm stuck with you in this dungeon.
Oh, can someone please tell Angus to stop trying to be the hero and rushing into battle with that?
Hey, I'm just trying to protect us from those bumbling goblins. Someone has to take the lead here.
Well, maybe if you didn't charge like a bull in a china shop, we wouldn't keep running into trouble. How about a little strategy for once?
Bloom has a point, Angus. We need to work together, use our brains, not just our muscles. Speaking of brains, we talked about your crush on that mimic back there.
What? I thought it was giving me flirty looks. How was I supposed to know it was just trying to lure me into a trap?
Oh boy, this dungeon is shaping up to be more of a disaster than I thought. And we just focus on finding the treasure and getting out of here in one piece.
Agreed? But first, let's work on communication and teamwork. And Angus, maybe lay off the mimics for now, okay? Watch out for that pressure plate, Angus!
What pressure plate? Oh, this one? Whoops.
Great, now look what you've done, Angus. You've triggered a trap.
Quick, everyone, hide behind that right.
Just squeeze in there. Angus, we We don't have time for your big ego.
All right, now we just wait for the giant boulder to pass.
Giant boulder. You didn't mention a giant boulder.
Why do always get stuck with the drama queens?
Yeah. Coming! Get ready to run!
I'm just gonna stay here and excruciate gents.
Find more treasure for me, CEO Angus.
Wait, no. I'll run. I swear I'm not that selfish.
Well, this is quite a pretty confounded center.
I'll say, I never expected a gelatinous cube to take over.
I just wanted a drink, not a battle with a blog.
I suppose we should come up with a plan to defeat this thing. Any ideas?
Well, I could try luring it into the kitchen with some stale bread and then attack from behind.
Or we could just run away and find a different tavern. I hear the one down the road has better ale anyway.
No, we can't let this cube ruin our favorite spot. We must stand fight.
Agreed. Let's show this gelatinous cube who's boss.
Fine, but if we end up covered in goo, I'm blaming you too.
Fair enough. Battle my friends! All right, lads. Time to head into the dungeon and slay some dragons.
But first, we need to do the laundry. My socks are starting to smell like a dragon's breath.
Oh, I hate laundry day. Can't we just hire a wizard to do it for us?
No way, we must face our domestic duties with battle trade. Plus, we need clean clothes to impress the Tavern Winchester.
Good point. All right, let's get this over with quickly so we can get back to the dungeon crawling.
Fine, but can we pick up some snacks on the way back? I'm tired of subsisting on stale bread and moldy cheese.
Of course, a brave adventure must always be well stocked with provisions for the journey ahead. Now let's conquer this laundry town and conquer word, dragons, and dungeons. Watch out for that trip Angus. You don't want to set up another trap.
Relax, boys. I've got this. I'm practically a dungeon expert at this point.
Oh great, the expert who can't tell the difference between a goblin and a god unknown.
Hey, now, let's not bring up that embarrassing incident. We all make mistakes.
Speaking of mistakes, who thought bringing glue along was a good idea? They keep mumbling about some gelatinous cube following us.
I'm telling you, it's lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
Maybe he just wants to be friends. Let's think about that a little.
I highly doubt a gelatinous cube is looking for friendship. Now let's focus on getting out of this dungeon in one piece, shall we?
Fine, but mark my words, the cube is up to something, just wait.
So, how are we going to tackle this monster then?
I say we charm them with our word.
Or we could just pretend to be interns and sneak in on this.
I'm sure they have some kind of weakness we can exploit.
Maybe they're allergic to gluten-free cookies.
Maybe they're just big softies deep down inside.
Well, whatever we do, we better make sure we don't get caught in their bureaucratic red tape.
Agreed. We'll have to be sneaky like ninjas.
And maybe we can distract them with some of this gossip.
All right, team, let's go forth and conquer the her department. For the good of all misfit adventure. So how are we going to navigate this maze of bureaucracy to get the permit?
I say we just storm the mill with swords blazing. Who's with me?
Guys, I think we need to follow the proper procedures and fill out the forms first.
Forms, but we adventurers, not play!
I agree with Gloom. Let's do this by the book. We don't want to anger the bureaucrats. They're scarier than any dragon.
Exactly. We need to be organized and patient. We'll get that permit in no time.
Fine, fine. But if they start giving us the runaround, I'm pulling out my sword.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. We can do this in
Onward to bureaucracy. This is our greatest quest yet.
Hey, what's up for track hangers? We don't need to get it squashed like a pancake again.
Oh, sure. Blame the guy with the broad shoulders. Maybe if Gloom here actually helped out once in a while, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Excuse me, but I'm the brains of this operation. You two just muscle with their attitudes.
I resemble that remark, but seriously, we need to stick together if we're going to survive this dungeon. And stop arguing about who's the most useless, it's clearly me.
Fair point. Let's just focus on getting through this alive. Oh, Luke's our chance fighter.
Great, just what we need. How about we distract it with some witty banter? Boris.
Sure thing, Gloom. Hey, Stein, I'd love to take you across the dungeon. You get to the other side. Love your way.
I can't decide if that joke was better or worse than getting squashed by a trap. Let's just keep moving. Guys,
I can't believe we're stuck in this dungeon with nothing but a clueless gnome and a moody up.
here, I may clueless, but at least I can grab my trusty slingshot to take down those pesky goblins.
I couldn't deal with this. These traps are so over the top dramatic. It's like they hired a theatrical designer.
Well, at least we know we're getting closer to the treasure. Just watch out for that pit of spikes disguised as a cloud dog.
Come on, Howard. And if you to navigate this dungeon, just follow my lead. And guys,
Great, we're doomed. We're relying on a gnome with a slingshot to lead us to victory.
Hey, it's better than nothing. Just keep your peeled for any more goblins of the map trap.
I told you guys, I've got this. Watch me take down that goblin over there with a perfectly aimed shot.
And he misses completely. Great job, Angus.
Well, at least we had each other for company and entertainment. Hey, look at that blood track. It's just a little time with a sign that says watch your step.
I bet it's just a distraction. The real danger's probably behind the curtain made of bubble wrap.
I don't know, guys. I have a bad feeling about this dungeon. I keep hearing giggling coming from the shadows.
Don't worry, Gloom. Seasoned adventurers. We can handle a few bumbling monsters and in them traps.
Yeah, remember that time we took down a group of goblins armed with spoons? We'll be fine.
I suppose you're right. Let's just try to avoid any more banana peel traps, and we should be good.
Agreed. Now let's go show those monsters who's boss. But first, who forgot to pack the snacks? Oh, we're ready to tackle this dungeon full of melodramatic, embedded dad jokes.
Always up for a challenge, but I can't promise my jukes will be top notch.
I have a bad feeling about this, and not just because of the traps triggered by bad jokes.
Well, let's hope we can make it through without friend one pun setting off any trap.
Why did the skeleton go to the party alone? Because he had nobody to go with him?
Seriously, Angus, you had one joke not to tell a bad joke.
Looks like it's just you and me, Blue. Let's try to keep it light on humor, heavy on the attitude.
I'll do my best, but I can't promise anything. Comedy just comes naturally to me.
Great comedian in a dungeon full of death traps. Who could possibly go wrong? So I was sure we wanted to join the Dungeon Homeowner Association. They're pretty strict.
Well, we can't just go around raiding dungeons willy-nilly. We need to be responsible adventurers.
I hate dealing with bureaucratic stuff. Can't we just smash our way through like usual?
No, Blue, we have to follow the rules. Plus, I heard they have really good health benefits for adventures.
That's true, and I have a great dental plan too.
Fine, I guess I can tolerate a few meetings if it means better benefits. But I swear, if they make us wear matching armor, I'm out.
Don't worry, Blue. We stick together and navigate this homeowner association together, no matter how ridiculous it gets.
Agreed. We're in this together, no matter what challenges come our way. And hey, at least we'll have some funny stories to tell afterwards.
Yeah, funny stories and maybe a few scars from those crazy meetings.
So we need to get a permit to slay a dragon. That seems a bit bureaucratic for a group of mighty adventurers like ourselves.
I know, bloody red tape. I'm not sure if I have the patience for this nonsense.
Well, it's either navigate the treacherous dungeons of bureaucracy or risk getting fined for uncommitted dragon slaying. I say we suck it up and get it done.
Fine, fine. But can we at least make a game out of it? Like dragon slapping or something to keep us in game.
That's actually not a bad idea. And can have squares like fill out from Interplicate and survive snarky receptionist. I like it.
I mean, anything to make this bureaucratic nightmare a bit more bearable. Let the games begin.
Okay, team, we need a plan to protect our bakers from those pesky monsters in the dungeon.
I say we hire a giant and guard the shop while we bait. No monster would mess with a giant.
Or we could make our baked goods so disgusting that even monsters wouldn't eat them.
Blue, we're trying to sell our goods. Not scaring away customer.
I have an idea. What if we train some dungeon creatures to be our taste testers? They can warn us if our pastries are too delicious for them to resist.
I like that idea. Plus, if they do try to steal our goodies, we can always sick our pet dragon on them.
Wait, when we get a pet dragon?
I may have forgotten to mention it, but hey, now we have a giant. Testing dungeon creatures, and our dragon. Our bakery is unstoppable.
Oh, Angus, hands off that shiny sword. I saw it first.
Please, Boris, you wouldn't know what to do with a magical weapon if it hit you in the face.
Guys, can we focus on not getting killed by gnomes for 2 seconds? We can argue about it later.
But the sword could be the key to defeating the Gnome King and getting all the gold.
I don't care about gold. I just want to survive this dungeon in one piece.
I think we can all agree that working together is more important than any loot. Now, can we please move on before those gnomes catch up to us?
I'll put the sword down. But I better get this on the next treasure we find.
Deal. As long as you let me have first pick of the potions. And Gloom, you get whatever's left.
I hate you both sometimes. Let's just get out of here before I change my mind about saving you two idiots.
All right, team, let's stick together and watch out for traps in this dungeon.
I'm not sure I understand this whole trap concept. Can we just smash our way through?
No, Angus, that's how we wound up in this mess in the first place. We need to be cautious.
We must be vigilant and work together to survive. Now let.
I'll Polly.
Boris grabbed his hand.
Gotcha! You was a close one.
Thanks, Boris. I guess I should start paying more attention to these.
Yes, let's stick together and watch out for any more surprises. And maybe, Angus, try not to touch anything.
Hold on, team. Let's conquer this dungeon together. Trap at a time. So, we're ready to venture forth into the mysterious dungeon of doom.
Hold on. I need to finish this text to my latest crush. She's a sorceress who can cast spells on my heart.
Not another love interest. We're supposed to be slaying dragons, not falling in love.
But love is the ultimate adventure, my friends. Let's advance the layer of dramaturgy, already dramatic list.
True, but can we please focus on the task at hand? We have a dragon to defeat. Remember.
Fine, let's go, but I catch me. You're writing love poems instead of fighting. I'm out.
Eve, now let's show that dragon what we made, and maybe with the heart of a fair maiden in the process.
We're a handsome knight, for that matter. Let's do this.
I can't believe we had to deal with all these drunkards just to get our hands on that artifact.
I know, but we're the only ones brave enough to take on this quest. Plus, Lumia can scare them off with her creepy stare.
I think we should try charming them instead. Hey, bartender! Can we get a round of drinks for these fine folks?
Boys, I don't think getting everyone drunk is the best strategy.
Relax, Angus. Little alcohol never hurt anyone. Well, except maybe Glue here.
Here you go, and Joe. Alright, let's turn on the charm, see if we can get any information about that artifact.
What could possibly go wrong, right? I say we flip a coin and decide who gets the sword.
But I found the sword, so it should be mine.
Guys, let's not fight over a silly sword. We have bigger things to worry about, like that giant slime monster heading our way.
Oh no, not another slime monster. Last time we faced one, it took us hours to clean it up.
Fine, let's focus on getting out of this dungeon alive first. Then we can figure out who gets the sword.
Agreed, and I think we should chip in to buy a badass sword for each of us as a reward for surviving this mess.
Sound like a plan, but can we make sure they come crystalline proof this time?
Deal. No more arguing over enchanted swords. Got it.
Got it. Now let's focus on not becoming slime monsters next meal.
So, guys, I heard the treasurer of the DD Club is embezzling funds for their own personal gain.
That's egregious. We can't let them get away with that. We need to form a secret alliance to take them down.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sure we're cut out for this kind of cloak and dagger stuff. Maybe we should just focus on rolling dice and slaying dragons.
But Bloom, this is our chance to be rehearsed. We can save the club from crashing into the story to the realm of high school DD.
Yeah, Bloom Talon. You're just like one of our adventuring campaigns, except with less magic and more sneaking around the school.
Fine, I'll do it. But if things go south, I'm blaming you two for getting me involved in this mess.
Don't worry, Bloom. We stick together and come out on time. Now let's go forward and conquer the treacherous world of high school politics. I can't believe we have to deal with it with reckless decisions yet again.
Hey, my decisions may be a little bold, but they always led us to epic loot.
Bold, more like suicidal. Remember that time you tried to tame a dragon with a rubber chicken?
Yeah, that didn't end well. You buried me there alive.
But we did make it out alive, and we got that awesome magic sword, right?
That doesn't make up for the fact that we almost got roasted alive. We need to start working together better if we're going to overthrow the Dungeon Master.
Reed, maybe we should try listening to Glow's plans for us. She does have a knack for strategy.
Fine. I'll try to rein in my wild impulses, but only if we promise to have some fun along the way.
As long as our idea of fun doesn't involve poking the Dungeon Master with a stick. I mean,
D, let's stick together and take down that time once and for all. Our bloody bureaucracy! We've been waiting in this line for us just to renew our dungeon permits.
I know, me. It's like trying to navigate a maze full of red tape and paperwork.
I told you guys we should have just bribed the permit officer with some gold. It would have been much quicker.
But boom, that's against the rules. We have to do this the right way.
Yeah, we do want to end up a dungeon ourselves.
I guess you're right, but I'm not sure how much longer I can have all of this waiting. My patience is wearing thin.
Well, look on the bright side. At least we're getting some quality about the time. Who knew bureaucracy could bring a group of misfits like us closer together?
True. Plus, once we finally get those permits, we'll be able to delve back into the dungeons.
All right, let's do this. We'll conquer this bureaucratic nightmare together, just like we conquer those dungeons.
All right, lads, we need to start planning for the give back. The ideas of how to make this year's event a smash success.
How about we hire a magician to entertain the guests? Those card tricks always seem to go down a treat.
I don't know, I guess last time we hired a magician, he set fire to half the banquet hall.
Maybe we should stick to something simpler, a nice butter spread. Who's in charge of the food anyways?
I think that was supposed to be your job, Morris. You know, being the guild leader and all.
Oh great, now we're all doomed to a night of stale bread and moldy cheese. This banquet is going to be a disaster.
Come on, lads, we can do this. We face dragons and goblins. Planning a park should be a piece of cake. Or maybe not cake, given our track record.
Well, at least we know it'll be an adventure. Maybe we can recruit the bard to liven things up with a song or two.
And just make sure he doesn't sing about our failures. I can't handle any more ballads about the time we accidentally burned down the mayor's house.
All right, let's get to work. This banquet is gonna be epic, disaster or not. All right, lads, we need to focus on navigating these dungeons and finding the treasure. But we also need to plan the perfect potluck dinner party for when we return.
I've got an idea. How about we bring some roasted dragon wings to the potluck? I heard they're a real crowd pleaser.
Roasted dragon wings are humane, and guess we can't just go around killing dragons for their wings. That's inhumane.
Well, we could always try a vegetarian option instead. Maybe some enchanted for salad or pixie dust cupcakes.
I like the sound of those pixie dust cupcakes, but will they give us magical powers to help us in the dungeons?
I highly doubt that, Angus, but they might make for a nice dessert after we defeat the dungeon boss.
All right, settle then. We bring enchanted for salad, pixie dust cupcakes, and maybe a side roasted dragon wings if we come across any along the way. Now let's focus on navigating these treacherous dungeons and getting that treasure.
Planning the perfect potluck dinner party.
What have I gotten myself into?
I can't believe we had to rely on Angus to navigate through these dungeons. He couldn't find his way out of paper bag.
Hail. You know that I have a keen sense of direction. Plus, I'm studying the maps for weeks.
Well, I hope you packed your sense of humor along with those maps, because you're going to need it when dealing with these goblins and wizards.
Speaking of humor, Gloom, you're going to admit that you have a crush on Angus.
Wait, what? Gloom is true.
Oh please, Boris, don't be ridiculous. I'd rather face a horde of goblins than admit that.
Well, good luck with that, Gloom. You need all the luck you can get in these dungeons.
Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's focus on getting through this together. Dysfunctional relationships and all.
Agreed. And Boris, don't let your jealousy get in the way of us getting out of here in one piece.
Oh, me jealous. Now, let's just get moving before those bumbling wizards catch up to us. Hey guys, watch out for that trap. It's old classic swinging blade pendulum.
Don't worry, I've got this. Just gotta jump at the right time.
Oh great. Now we've got a fire-breathing dragon heading our way. Nice job, Angus.
Oh, come on, at least I didn't trip over my own.
Let's focus here. We need to stick together and figure out a way to get past this dragon without becoming crispy adventures.
Oops, my bad. At least we're getting some cardio in.
Yeah, cardio almost dying repeatedly. What a fun adventure this turned out to be.
watch out for the trap, Angus. Looks pretty deadly.
Oh, please. I've dodged more traps than you've had our dinners, Boris.
Sorry, Loon. It's just hard to take anything seriously when Angus keeps setting off every single trap.
Hey, I can help it if I'm a natural born trap magnet, but at least I'll bring some excitement to this dreary dungeon.
Excitement, more like necessary danger. We wouldn't be in this mess if you two could just get along.
Maybe if you stop being so negative, Loon, we could actually make some progress.
Yeah, room was so gloomy all the time.
I don't know, maybe because I'm stuck in a dungeon with two clueless adventurers who can see past their own egos.
Well, at least we all agree on one thing. Terrible at this. So, lads, we need to navigate through this bureaucratic maze to get our cabin. Any ideas?
I say we chum our way through. I'll bat my lashes and sweet talk the clerk.
We could use my necromancy skills to scare the officials into giving us what we want.
How about we just do it the old-fashioned way and bribe them with freshly brewed ale?
Boris, that's genius. Will appeal to their love of alcohol.
Wait, why didn't we think of that from the start instead of arguing about eyelashes and necromancy?
Because we're misfit adventurers. Ooh, we always take the long way around.
All right, let's get this permit and open that tavern. I can already taste the success and the ale.
And the inevitable chaos that will follow Choose to Death.
Oh, I can't believe we had to do another team building exercise today. I'd rather be fighting dragons than going through this nonsense.
I know. Like last time we did Trust Falls, Moon dropped me on my head.
Hey, in my defense, you're pretty heavy, Angus, and I have terrible reflexes. Okay,
Well, let's just get through this so we can finally confront the micromanaging dungeon master.
I heard he's got a 10 fear on me picking out every move. Will I really think outside the box to defeat him?
or we could just all cool and sick and hope he forgets about us.
So what's the plan for getting past these sarcastic goblins?
I say we challenge the game of rules. Goblins love riddles, right?
Sure, you want to spend the next 3 hours listening to terrible puns and nonsensical wordplay.
I got a better idea. Let's just offer them some shiny gold coins and be on our way.
But what about the overly dramatic traps ahead? How are we going to navigate those?
I suggest we take a page out of a drama queen's playbook and overread everything. Maybe the traps will take pity on us and let us pass unharmed.
Or maybe we could just, pull the trigger mechanism to dissolve it like competent adventurers.
That's no fun. Boris, where's the flair and excitement in that?
I swear, if we survive this dungeon, it'll be a miracle, and I don't believe in miracles.
Hey guys, I think we're getting close to the Lost City Academy.
About time. I'm tired of all these distractions. Like that talking sword we found in the forest.
Yeah, that sword wouldn't shut up about how sharp it is. And don't get me started on the shape-shifting dragon we encountered.
I know, right? That dragon kept turning into different animals just to mess with us. But we can't let these distractions stop us from finding Cat.
Agreed, you need to stay focused. Ignore any more side quests. Let's find...
Fine, but can we at least take the talking sword with us? It might come in handy.
Sure, as long as it promises to stop bragging about how sharp it is.
Deal. Now let's go find the lost city of Kedin and finally put an end to this crazy adventure.
This paperwork is more treacherous than any dungeon I've ever faced.
I'd rather fight a dragon than fill out another form.
I don't understand why we need a business license anyway. Can't we just sneak in and steal it?
No, Gloom, we need to do this the right way. We must prove ourselves as legitimate dungeon dwellers.
But how are we supposed to navigate all these rules and regulations? I feel like I'm in a labyrinth of red tape.
Well, at least we can say we faced the most fearsome foe of all bureaucracy.
True, I'd still say we should have just bribed the town official. Would have been a lot easier.
I think we'll just have to stick it out and hope for the best. After all, nothing could be worse than getting lost in paperwork, right?
Famous last words, Angus.
Watch out for that gelatinous cube. Real sticky situation.
I'm more worried about these goblins tripping over their own feet. They're practically putting on a slapstick comedy show for us.
I can't believe we're stuck in this dungeon with these incompetent monsters. It's like they got lost on the way to their own party.
Well, at least we can laugh about it. Who knew it until it would be so hilarious?
Yeah, I never thought I'd be cracking jokes in the face of danger. But hey, they'd cry, right?
I suppose you're right. Let's keep our wits about us and our jokes flowing. Who knows, maybe we'll make it out of here in one piece with a few laughs along the way.
So, Angus, did you hear the latest gossip from the dragon therapy sessions?
Oh, you mean about Lou trying to hoard all the magic crystals again? That guy never learns.
Hey, I can't help it if shiny things make me feel better. It's a dragon thing.
Well, we better watch out for dungeon politics. You never know when a dragon might get upset over who gets the biggest treasure pie.
I remember that one time when we accidentally stepped on a dragon's tail, and it caused you feet among the dungeon inhabitants.
Yeah, I still have nightmares about the dragon's fiery temper. Maybe we should just stick to fighting goblins instead.
Reed, no more messing with dragon emotions. Let's focus on finding the treasure and getting out of here in one piece. Who's with me?
We're with you, Boris. Adventurers unite.
All right, team, we have to navigate through the treacherous dungeon to reach the treasure. But first, let's just make sure we're all clear on the road.
I'll be the fearless warrior, charging at first into battle and protecting everyone with my trusty sword.
I'll be the sneaky rogue, prancing around in the shadows and stealing anything shiny I can get my hands on.
And I'll be the wise wizard casting countless spells to help us overcome any obstacles that come our way.
But what about your fear of spiders? Worse, you nearly had a meltdown when we encountered that giant tarantula last time.
And let's not forget about your irrational fear of rats. Angus, it's embarrassing how you scream like a little girl whenever you see one scurrying by.
Hey, don't judge us. We all have our quirks, but together we make a pretty awesome team. Now let's go kick some dungeon butt and find that treasure.
Agreed. And maybe we can finally work on overcoming our fears, one monster at a time.
Or we could just let Boris handle the arachnids and rats. Less screaming that way.
Watch out for that mimic hand. It's not a treasure chest, it's a teeth popping monster.
I know. You don't have to tell me twice, but could you maybe stop setting off all the traps with your clumsy footworkers?
Guys, let's focus here. We have a dungeon to navigate, and we can't let our dysfunctional party dynamics get in the way.
Sorry, I tried to be more careful, but I can promise I won't accidentally step on another trap.
And I'll try not to get us lost in this maze of tunnels, but at least we make a great team. In a really chaotic and haphazard way.
That's the spirit. Let's show these goblins and mimics who's boss, even if we do it with a lot of stumbling and bumbling.
Right, we may not be the most conventional adventurers, but we get through this dungeon together. Hopefully without many bruises and bumps.
Just as long as we can laugh about it later, I'm good with that plan. Our word is functional party. Oh.
So, Angus, did you remember to bring your dragon ripple and spread the therapy today?
Of course I did. Boris, can't risk getting toasted by one of those hoarding beasts during our session.
I don't know why we bother with therapy. Dragons always going to be dragons, right?
Well, look, maybe if they work through their hoarding issues, we won't have to deal with them burning down villages anymore.
Yeah, I'll stop stealing all. And me gold and the shiny things too. My pockets can't handle any more loot.
But what if they get angry during therapy? I don't want it to be on the receiving end of a fireball.
Don't quit room. We just have to use our charm and we can navigate these treacherous waters of group therapy. And maybe a little bit of the dragon repellent straight through.
Just another day in the life of misfit adventurers, right?
Right, now let's go save the world and maybe get some therapy ourselves while we're at it.
Hey, Angus, what's that weird-looking lamp over there?
I don't know, but it looks like Lumen intentionally summoned the genie.
Oops, my bad. I just wanted to summon more snacks for our battle, not the clumsy genie.
Well, now that we have a genie, what should we wish for?
How about wishing for unlimited gold so we never have to worry about pressure again?
Or we could wish for invincibility so we always win our battles.
I know, let's wish for never-ending supply of tacos. Who needs gold or invincibility when you have tacos?
I like the way you think. Boris, tacos it is. Genie grants us an endless supply of tacos.
Here you go, my clumsy master. And you.
Well, at least we won't go hungry during our battle now.
Who needs gold when you have tacos? Am I right?
Tacos will be our secret weapon from now on.
So what's the plan, lad? You need to charm our way through this tavern to get that artifact.
I say we use my irresistible charm to with the tavern owner. Maybe slip some compliments at their ale in there.
Or we could just sneak in and steal when no one is looking. I'm not really a people person.
No, we mustn't adhere to the rules of social etiquette. We can't just go around stealing magical artifacts, Gloom.
Boris is right. We need to be cunning and strategic. We'll flatter. We'll charm. We'll surveil.
Fine, but if this goes south, I'm blaming both of you. I just be over here blending into the shadows.
Excellent plan, lad. Let's go forth and conquer the tavern.
To victory in magical artifacts.
To regrets and awkward social interactions.
Lord Gelatinous Cube has taken over the tavern again.
I told you we shouldn't have let Gloom experiment with those potions in the basement.
How was I supposed to know it would be a sentient gelatinous cube?
Well, now we have to figure out how to defeat it before it's out there.
I say we lure it outside and blast it with fire spells.
Or maybe we could try feeding it some enchanted cheese to calm it down.
Enchanted cheese. Why do you even have that in your inventory?
You never know when you might need to bribe a gelatinous cube.
All right, let's give it a shot. Moon, you grab the enchanted cheese while Boris and I distract the cube. Hopefully, this won't end up being a sticky situation.
Right. Well, we're always getting into these crazy situations in Andy. You can't.
Because, Boris, we have the worst luck when it comes to dungeon crawling. Remember that time we accidentally woke up a sleeping dragon?
And then proceeded to trip over our own weapons trying to escape. Plus it.
I still can't believe we thought dressing up as goblins to sneak into that arcane was a good idea.
We ended up getting captured and having to perform a ridiculous dance routine to earn our freedom.
But hey, we did make those all smile before we ran away screaming like little children.
Well, at least we always had each other's backs, even if we are the most dysfunctional group of adventurers in the realm.
True. And who knows, maybe one day we'll actually defeat a boss without accidentally setting ourselves on fire.
I highly doubt it, but hey, crazier things have happened in our campaign. Like that time we accidentally summoned a unicorn in the middle of a bar brawl.
Watch out for that trap hanging. Looks like it's ready to give us a dramatic performance.
I'll handle it, Boris. I won stiff drummer class in Goblin High School.
Well, I hope you remember your lines, Angus, because these goblins are about as coordinated as a one-legged centipede.
I'd rather face a hard goblin than spend another minute listening to their unfocused sing. It's like a torture chamber in here.
Don't worry, Boris. I'll distract them with a rousing rendition if I fought the goblin in the Goblin one.
Please, no more singing. I'd rather listen to the traps often than do your musical stealings, Angus.
Let's focus, team. We need to get through this dungeon in one piece. Who knows where the madness lies ahead?
Madness. We thrive on madness. Bring on the bumbling goblins and overly dramatic traps. We're made for this.
Well, at least we have each other to make it through. And maybe a good laugh or two along the way.
Oh, great! Another dungeon run with clueless intensive dungeon masters. This is going to be a disaster.
I heard they replaced all the traps with paper shredders. Can you imagine trying to dodge paperwork flying at you from all angles?
And don't forget about the office politics. I heard if you don't such the boss monster's meeting invitation, you're automatically put on their enemies list.
I can deal with this. We just want to slay some dragons and loot some treasure, not navigate through a bureaucratic nightmare.
Well, on the bright side, at least we know the interns won't be able to handle the quests. They'll probably get fired before we even reach the boss monster.
Yeah, but knowing our luck, we'll probably end up getting stuck in an endless loop of filing reports and attending mandatory team building exercises.
Let's just hope we can make it out of this dungeon without Sandy intact, and maybe a few office supplies as well. Oh, watch where you're going, Yang!
Oh, please. Like I can control the rocks are placed in this stupid dungeon.
Can you just stop bickering for 1 minute? We have monsters to deal with.
She's always so grumpy. Maybe if she got some sunlight, she wouldn't be so gloomy.
Yeah, maybe she's allergic to happiness.
Heard that. You two idiots. And don't forget who's the one leading this dysfunctional group through this dungeon.
Oh, come on, Blue, we love you really.
Yeah, and in no urgent because we have no other choice kind of way.
Swear I'm going to need therapy after this adventure is over.